Morning with Max. Hey folks, good morning, and welcome to another Morning with Max. Hello. Good morning, folks. Let's see. Waux 980. Not Vo and not Vox, but Waux. Alright. Where is the hat? We demand a hat or riot. Oh yeah, you said you'd bring the hat back into the office last week. Oh, did I? I don't remember saying that. I have it. Alright, I'll get a hat. And then wear it backwards. How you folks doing today? Let's see. Yeah, I know you're talking about the Wizard's hat. I guess I'll have to bring it in next week if that's what you really want. I don't know. I don't remember anyone specifically asking for it. Well, 'cause he had one yesterday during the lunch stream, so no excuses there. Right.
Tyler, Ben, can you find a video, please?
Let's see. Alright, schedule. Let's talk about
something that touches the mods and
the streams this week.
bio.
We have had
Wrangling control points in the space of
an
like
excellent week of streaming.
20 minutes.
Today's Morning with Max, of course, and later today we're going to have the end of week wrap up and Q&A. So join us for that. Yesterday we had an office stream in the morning. We had a lunchtime throwdown over lunch, where I ran a board game playtest with Michelle and Dion over lunch. Good morning, Brandon. Yesterday afternoon we had Arthurian Armor with John, which was pretty cool. That one's not linked in the stream schedule yet, but I'll do that after stand-ups today. Back on Wednesday we had environment art with Tyler in the afternoon. Tyler was working on ground textures, I think, dirt, and so on. Back on Tuesday we had an office stream in the morning, and we had environment art with Dion. She was working on vines Tuesday afternoon. And I think back on Monday we didn't have any streams. So we're looking forward today to the end of week wrap up and Q&A at 4 p.m. our time. Check the schedule to compare it against your own time. And looking forward on Monday to Morning with Max with me again, and then VFX Concepts with Michelle, which should be fun.
So like I'd like to be like, take a look at this, tell me what you know, these are the problems we have.
The opening animation.
They were trying to get away from that at this.
Oh, Unchained podcast. Hello, Brand. Good morning. Swazi. Hey, Max, any word on who will be on the end of week wrap down? I don't know about the wrap down, but you know, I often don't know for sure until right before.
Yeah.
Probably Mark Jacobs, but we'll see.
No, he left by Jake.
He's already wargaming. Yeah, he's been wargaming for 2 years.
Oh, okay.
But he was one of the main people that, you know, made it suck less than
Morning Aspirin 29. Morning Max from sunny Holland. Well, sunny Holland sounds like a pretty fun place.
Where's their second studio?
Welcome.
It's not a Bungie studio. It's an Activision studio.
Oh, it's an Activision studio.
Yeah, there's an Activision studio that's running Destiny 2 for PC. And they're rewriting all
Welks 1980 says it's 22 CET for us filthy Europeans. So there you go. Davos Max, how will the discomfort damage for scouts work? It's all in the mind.
the majority of all the development.
Mind games.
Activision studio.
Davos, does it affect sleeping? Oh yeah. Then you make bad decisions. Lotterwayne, has Fairfax cooled off yet? Somewhat. Today is a very gray, rainy day. Davos is cracking me up. Brand wishes California was a gray, rainy day. Well, you can always play the California Dreamin', that song. Rodriguez VB, you're going to want to check out the screenshots on the website. Let me grab you a link. Bam. Check that out, Rodriguez VB. Waux 1980, at least it's dry, it doesn't rain, even though we had a bit of snow yesterday. Well, I'm not sure that counts as dry. Unless it's very cold there indeed. Swazi, hey Max, have you seen Bosk's Castle on the Cube Forum? Best I've seen. Wow, Swazi, well, coming from Swazi, that's high praise. I don't know that I have. I'm gonna have to check it out. Maybe put that in the newsletter, huh? Waux 1980 says, well, technically it doesn't max, but it's better than heavy rainfall. I'm gonna have to check this thing out. I don't think I can get on the forums from this computer without logging in and all that stuff. Lana Wayne says, just turn off the stream and go check, no biggie. You can stare at my empty chair. We should turn the stream off. Taylin says, Max, can you make the next 131 days go faster? I'd rather not. We need the time. Do our work. Find a good book, says Coach D. Now there's good advice. Exactly, Waux 1980. Necron claims got an interesting question. You could read or reread some of our lore. Necron, when I kill an enemy, does he drop his magic skills so I can use them for my own skill set? I've never heard that one before. You can ask Mark if he's on this afternoon. Rodrigo VB, my best shot is Tuaha de Danan. At the moment. Halloween, I'd bet having multiple interesting streams per day would help make the 131 days go faster. Well, we seem to have that covered, right? Brando 2, I finally finished all the Arthurian Becoming stories. Cool. Talon. Okay, Coach T. Yeah, my pronunciation may not be perfect. By any means. Anna Neodostepny on Twitch chat asks, what is your favorite piece of lore that is public at the moment? That's a really tough question. It's kind of like picking a favorite child. I'm very happy with how the the stories for the 3 different giant races, I'm really happy with how those turned out. The golems, the Jotnar, and the Firbog. Thanks, Ricardo, on the YouTube chat. We will try to do that. And thank you very much. Oh man, Forvo's got a Coach T has a Forvo link. Now I'm gonna have to go listen to it. Oh, I was more right. I was more right than Willow. Yay. You know, it also might be a regional pronunciation thing. But I was probably going off of the Forvo one. Martigris. Or Martigris. Fallout was based on system GURPS. System special. In what systems are you basing Camelot Unchained? You would have to ask a designer on that. Martigris. That would be a great question if you can make it back here for this afternoon. That would be a great question if we have a designer on, like Mark or Ben. That would be a really good one. Willow from the movie Willow, says Coach T. Forvo.com has like pronunciations of words, Halloween. It's what I use. Apparently what Coach T uses too. Nikki Naps, with the new cache for development, are all 30 classes coming at launch? If not, which classes are launch? It's mentioned on the website in the stretch goals, Nikki Naps. And no, they're not all coming at launch necessarily. Mark has answered that question a couple times. Martigris says, okay, I go to stay then.
Summarize what should and should not be in this email chain and what and how people should reply to it.
Darrow10, hey Max, do you know if there are any updates on new races for Vikings or anything? I don't think any updates at the moment. No. They will come. Dulos OG, when can we start pre-ordering the Depths game? I don't know exactly. But thanks. On what systems am I basing the board game Martigris? I mean, various board games that I've played. Not in tabletop RPG system, but it's got a bit of deck building to it, hand management. It's got a bit of Mansions and Madness style to it. Coach D Max's game has all the key things for a good game: cards, dice, and tiles. Right. A 1 versus X. Boss fight game. Ananya Dostepny, what inspires your writing for games, and how do you think to get players more interested in reading the lore rather than just going through the game? Well, hopefully they're tied closely together, and you can choose whether you want to, read a story or experience the lore through playing the game, or what mixture you prefer. Brand, Max, you guys should partner with Minis Manufactured and let players take snapshots of their characters to have made as a small replica. That sounds cool. Michal Letterleitner. Like Descent. Yes. Somewhat like Descent. But instead of well, there are some key differences. TJ Kronk, without PvE, the lore will be the only background that we'll have about the realm. I don't know, wow, 'cause I'm sure we could work something out smarter than that. Doulos OG suggests that lore will be in-game. In-game libraries that include all the stories, like the Becomings, in books made by crafters. Yeah, there's new stuff coming out all the time, Coach T. Murder Grease, what is your main source writer when you are working? I mean, Mark. It's Mark's vision for the game. He wrote the originals of many of the lore stories. And we work from real world lore and put our Camelot Unchained twist or spin or viewpoint on it. Version.
That's not what I'm doing.
What are we talking about now? Mythology in a chaos blender. I guess that's not far off, Coach T. Brand really liked the golems and pick stories. Well, thank you. Kidnap poor Swazi and force them to build your stuffs. Hey, it's a cheap solution, says Waux in 1980. Aspirin 29 asks, will the lore be progressive as we explore and grow through the game? Not really, as this is a PvP-focused RVR game, without, you know, the classic kind of quests and PvE elements. Marta greets in the style, for example, French writers like Dumas don't write like Dostoevsky. Well, I try to have my own style, Martuise, but it definitely had Lord of the Rings, Tolkien as a big influence growing up. J.M. Barrie, all kinds of other fantasy writers. Julius OG, assuming that every Becoming story will get rewritten into 3 versions, have their own version of each story. For example, you could read the Viking version of the lore of other realms. Wow, that would be pretty cool, Dulos OG. Honestly, I don't know that we've talked about that. Ricardo, can you talk a bit about the in-game customization of armor and weapons available for crafters? I can tell you what I know, which is not that much, because I'm not a game designer here. For Camelot Unchained. Oh, hi, Sevy Sky. But they will be extremely customizable. Everything's being built with like multiple pieces, so that you can like mix and match and make something truly your own and unique, and also put your crafter's mark on stuff. So lots and lots of in-game customization of armor and weapons available for crafters, but I don't know all the details because I'm not designing that system. So if you want to ask for more details about it, you can ask Mark. Maybe if you can come back this afternoon. TJ Crunk, do anything about the weapons context that's coming to a close soon? If there's one that's chosen, will you add a lore to the weapon? Oh, that'd be fun. I haven't talked to Brian about doing that, but that might be fun. Necron, I thought CU does not have PvE. Right. There's no PvE leveling up. There's only, like, you know, killing animals to skin them and maybe some stuff in the depths. Dangers in the depths, but it's not, but you don't advance through it. Ricardo Santos wants me to please tell me there's a chance to add a blue flame to a weapon. I know that's a bit much too. You'd have to ask an artist. Probably. Dulos, you have style? I thought your wife dressed you. Yeah, very true. Right, Ricardo. Blade and pommel choices, for example. Yep, your own choice. Yeah. Sevis guy, so you right away max level when you create a character? Not exactly. For more info on the progression system, check the BSC design docs on the website. Here's a link for you, Sevy Sky.
Which is why I said when he was going to get a cup of coffee, he's going to come back. You know, I had some really great first-hand accounts with President Fire.
March agrees. Sir Lancelot doesn't appear in the first version of the Arthurian myths. Is an ad of the French writers. Correct. Are you thinking of adding new characters? Lance is a character in our game, so we are pulling from the French influence as well. Alright, well, you heard the call. It's time for me to say goodbye. See you later. Join us for the stream this afternoon if you can make it. And thank you all very, very much for making this a super fun morning with Max. I had a great time. Alright, until later. See you later. Bye-bye. Morning with Max.